Hey there, movie lovers! Welcome back to Steven Watches Movies. I'm Steven, and I like to watch movies. Today we're going to talk about my predictions for the Oscar nominations that are going to be revealed in, a couple days now. Are your favorites going to be nominated? What are your predictions? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear them. The Academy Award nominations are coming up on January 23rd, a couple of days from now. I wanted to make this video beforehand. I wanted to make sure that I got it in to see how badly I fare come January 23rd morning. Hopefully I do all right, but we'll see. This year's race is a little interesting because there's no like runaway favorite like last year's Oppenheimer. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, let's get into it. Rundown and predictions. Starting off with Best Picture, my first 5 nomination predictions are The Brutalist, Anora, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked. Those are the first 5 that I have sort of like locked down. They're almost guarantees at this point to be nominated. The next 5 are a little interesting. 3 are pretty much locked down as well, and 2 are kind of wild cards, but let's see. So I've got A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, The Substance, Sing Sing, and A Real Pain. So there's a very real possibility that Nickel Boys will get in there and Sing Sing or A Real Pain will not. September 5 might even reach into that list and knock one of those out. I'm fully prepared for that to happen, but I'm trying to manifest a Sing Sing nomination here, so we'll see. Best Director. Last year, Christopher Nolan cleaned up every award in every critic circle, every award body possible. This year, it's a little bit more unknown what's going to happen. So my nomination predictions are Brady Corbet, Sean Baker, Jacques Audiard, Coralie Farge, and James Mangold. I think there's going to be a surprise in this category. Now, my surprise nomination is obviously James Mangold. Will that happen? Who knows? But I think there's going to be a surprise, because sometimes in this category, there's one that just throws everybody for a loop. I think that might be James Mangold this year. Clearly, A Complete Unknown is really high up on everybody's lists. Everybody's loving it. So that's kind of where I went. Just to hedge my bets a little bit here, though, if James Mangold doesn't get in, then I would say Edward Berger. Maybe Ramal Ross as well. So we'll see. But those are my 5. I don't know. I'm probably gonna be wrong on James Mangold, but we'll see. Next up, Best Actor. The Best Actor category is a little bit more straightforward than the previous 2. My predictions are Adrien Brody, Coleman Domingo, Ralph Fiennes, Timothée Chalamet, and Sebastian Stan. I don't know. I don't know which Sebastian Stan film could possibly be nominated here, so I just have a feeling he's going to get in. I'm probably going to be wrong, and Daniel Craig might take that 5th spot. A lot of people seem to be predicting him to get that 5th spot, or 4th or 3rd, or whatever they have him in. But I don't know. I just feel like Sebastian Stan might just sneak in there and take it. So am I going to be wrong with my Sebastian Stan pick? Probably, but we'll find out. Actress, Best Actress. 4 spots for Best Actress are pretty much all locked up. The 5th slot being kind of the most interesting of this category. My predictions are Demi Moore, Mikey Madison, Carla Sofia Gascon, Cynthia Erivo, and I'm very torn between 2 for the last spot. So what do I have here? I've got Fernanda Torres or Pamela Anderson for that last spot. I think Pamela Anderson and Last Showgirl in general has gotten some love recently. Do I think it's gonna, extend to the Oscars? I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm gonna say Fernanda Torres for this nomination prediction. I don't feel great about this. Like any of the 5th spots for all the categories so far. Anyway, it's a solid 5. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Fernanda Torres. We'll see. Supporting actor. So my predictions for supporting actor are Kieran Culkin, Guy Pearce, Yura Borsov, Edward Norton, and Clarence Macklin. So the Clarence Macklin prediction is me trying to manifest another nomination for Sing Sing, especially for Clarence. I think he deserves a nomination. I actually think he deserves to win because out of all of the nominees in this category, really, he's the only like non-actor, if that makes any sense. It's basically for, I mean, I guess Yura Borisov, but it's not like Yura Borisov is a complete unknown. Um, a complete unknown, yeah. But yeah, Clarence Macklin, I just think he deserves to possibly even win. But I'm so anyway. Do you think I'm trying too hard for Sing Sing? Let me know. But I don't know. I'm just really trying to hope that they'll sneak in a nomination at the very least for Macklin. Supporting actress. My predictions are Zoe Saldana, Ariana Grande. Those are the two locks. Here's where things kind of get messy. I've got Isabella Rossellini, Felicity Jones, and Monica Barbaro. So Jamie Lee Curtis was nominated for the SAG. She could easily replace Isabella Rossellini here, or Monica Barbaro. It's hard to say what's going to happen. I'm going to stick with Monica for now, because I really have this feeling that A Complete Unknown is going to have a lot of love for the nominations come January 23rd morning. But again, like all the other categories, we'll find out. Original screenplay, I'm predicting Nora, The Brutalist, The Substance, A Real Pain, and September 5. Challengers is, well, a challenger for that fifth spot. I think the Academy will like challengers, but it might nominate in other categories. I might be wrong. Probably wrong. I'm like 100% going to be wrong on this. Challengers is probably going to sneak in. But I think September 5 is going to take that last spot. Adapted screenplay, my predictions are Conclave, Nickel Boys, Amelie Perez, Sing Sing, and A Complete Unknown. Don't really have much to say here. I think Conclave's pretty much got this in the bag, or at least maybe. Dune or Wicked might play an upset here. They might pop in, but I think that's the nominated 5. International feature, my predictions are Amelie Perez, I'm Still Here, The Seed of the Sacred Fig, Kneecap, and The Girl with the Needle. So my personal nomination wish would be for Universal Language, Canada's entry into the Best International Feature category. It was shortlisted. I see it occupying the 7 to 9 slots on a lot of people's awards expert listings. So I mean, it's getting some love. People are liking it to a degree. The Girl with the Needle, though, being nominated, I think is great. I love that film. So I'm pretty happy with that 5. Documentary feature, this is going to be an interesting one, because I have not seen a single documentary in 2024. So this is just me kind of going with it. I've got No Other Land, Daughters, The Remarkable Life of Ibelin. Ibelin? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sugarcane, and Black Box Diaries. Which documentaries have you seen? Any recommendations would be very much appreciated. Because I really wanted to see a documentary at TIFF. That was my goal. Is I wanted to see a documentary and I wanted to see an animated feature. I did not. I got actually a ticket for a documentary, but then I ended up switching it for another film that I wanted to see more. So maybe next year. But yeah, if you have any recommendations for documentaries, please let me know. I want to know. Animated feature. My nomination predictions are The Wild Robot, Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, and Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul. I think this is pretty much standard 5. Nothing crazy or unusual here. So yeah, moving on. Cinematography. Okay, so here we come to the below the line categories. These are typically my favorite. We tend to get a more varied list of nominations. Films that aren't in the Best Picture category can come in here. You know, so far it's been kind of a Nora Brutalist Amelia show. It's been that kind of thing. It still will be to a degree, I think. But here we have some more fun choices. So my predictions are The Brutalist, Nosferatu, Conclave, Dune Part 2, and Nickel Boys. I really would say that if The Substance can come in, make an appearance in this nomination in this category, I would love that. I think The Substance cinematography was really good. The cinematography, sound, and editing all together really made that film something special. The Girl with the Needle, I also really liked the cinematography in that film, not just because it was black and white. I thought I thought the cinematography was fantaculous. All right. I thought it was fantastic, and apparently fabulous, fantaculous. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't quite feel right leaving Nickel Boys out. You know, they've been snubbed a little bit here and there, but I don't know. This one, I wrestled with this one for a little bit because I've seen a lot of people's lists, and Nickel Boys is left off of other people's lists. For some reason, though, I think for the Oscars, it's going to finally make an appearance. So we'll see. Editing, my predictions are Anora, The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, and Emilia Perez. So I know I'm in the small minority on this one that I wasn't a fan of Dune Part 2's edit. It's on my predictions list because it's pretty much guaranteed to be there, but I'm still holding on hope that The Brutalist can pop in here. I'm hoping that the Academy loves The Brutalist more than Emilia Perez, or even Anora. I wasn't too much of a fan of Anora, but I'm fine with it being there. Not to say I wasn't a fan of Emilia Perez. I mean, I'm not a fan of Emilia Perez, but I'm also not a hater either. I think Emilia Perez is very much right in the middle for me. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's kind of this it was fine. It was fine. So, I don't know. September 5, Challengers Are a Complete Unknown could also replace The Brutalist on here. So this one's going to be very, very interesting for me to see what happens. Production design, I've got Dune Part 2, Conclave, Wicked, The Brutalist, and Nosferatu. I feel pretty good about the top 4 there. I feel like Nosferatu is going to get some nomination love. Might not be for this category because Gladiator 2 could easily swap in, but I went with Nosferatu. I'll be wrong again. Costume design, I feel like costume design is a little bit of an easier one. I say that now and then watch all the nominations, will be all over the place, but I've got Wicked, Dune Part 2, Conclave, Nosferatu, and Gladiator 2. Makeup and hairstyling, this is hopefully the second category that The Substance can not just be nominated in, but possibly win. So you've got The Substance, Wicked, A Different Man, Emilia Perez, and Nosferatu. Do I think Beetlejuice could get in? I do. Do I want Beetlejuice to get in? I do not. I thought the makeup in that film was terrible. It looked like makeup. Like it looked fake. I hated the makeup right from the first trailer of that film. So yeah, I hope it doesn't get nominated, but I probably will because I don't want it to. Visual effects. I had a whole rant kind of prepared about this category that I wanted to say, but I'm going to save it for a future Oscar video where I talk about the actual nominations once they're revealed. So I'm going to leave that where it is. Anyway, my predictions are Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Gladiator 2, Wicked, and Better Man. So this is just the BAFTA 5. I kind of think it will be the same for the Oscars. Alien Romulus could replace somebody, maybe Better Man, maybe Wicked, I don't really know. I hope that's not the case. The effects in Alien Romulus were great for like 90% of the film, and that one absolute abomination just ruined it for me. So, yeah, Mufasa is another one to watch for. That one could easily pop in. So, gonna be interesting. Next up, we have sound. My predictions are Dune Part 2, Wicked, A Complete Unknown, Gladiator 2, and Emilia Perez. I really wanted to see The Substance here, and the fact that it can't be hurts my heart a little bit. Anyway, moving on. Score, my predictions are The Brutalist, Challengers, Conclave, Emilia Perez, and The Wild Robot. Not much to say here yet. We'll have to wait for the nominations. Could Nosferatu replace somebody on this list? I think it could. It could probably replace... I mean, I would personally replace Emilia Perez with it. I didn't think the score was particularly a standout in Emilia Perez. But I don't know. Everybody's loving Emilia Perez these days, so it'll probably get a nomination. Original song, Emilia Perez El Mal, Emilia Perez Mi Camino, The Wild Robot Kiss the Sky, The 688 The Journey, and Sing Sing Like a Bird. Outside of Emilia Perez and possibly The Wild Robot, I have no idea. Challengers could be shut out of this category, but then it could possibly win. So not having it is a little bit of a risk, a little bit of a gamble. I wouldn't be surprised to see Compress Repress be nominated on January 23rd. I don't know. It was the 6888 Sing Sing and Challengers, or I should say the journey from 6888, Like a Bird from Sing Sing, and Compress Repress from Challengers. Those three I kept going back and forth on for, I would say, probably half an hour. And I just decided, you know what, I'm going to go 6888 and Sing Sing. Sing Sing is, again, it might be just me manifesting. I just want it to be nominated. Because if it's nominated for a few other things, other than Coleman Domingo, then the chances of it being nominated for Best Picture are maybe a little higher. But I mean, we've seen, what was it? A couple of years ago, Women Talking only got the screenplay nomination. And then last year was one too, I think, right? Because what? Past Lives, how many nominations did Past Lives have? I think it had, did it have 3 or 2? Anyway, I'll have to look it up later. But you never know. Honestly, Sing Sing, I'm hoping will show strongly come January 23rd, but we'll see. Once the nominations are released, I'll have a lot more to discuss and more of a deep dive into it. This was very high level. This was very sort of, next. I want to dive into all 10 Best Picture winners as well, or not winners yet, nominees in more detail. I hope to have I'm hoping that I can have a reaction to the nominations up at some point as well. That would be kind of cool, but we'll see. Did I nail these nominations, or am I going to have to put on some clown makeup on Thursday morning? I don't know. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.